Hey, Michelle here from Sensate Soul. Sorry, I forgot my headset, so I'm just talking into my phone here. Hope the sound quality is good enough. So I'm Michelle from Sensate Soul, as well as the Soul Translator, and I help empaths and HSPs and what I lovingly call you empreneurs, creative empathic entrepreneurs in your life and in your business, and being the true you. In today's video, I want to touch in briefly here, because of course it's again a big topic, and these videos are little morsels of thought and of sharing, and I'm on my little walk and talk with my Mr. Ollie, who's right down there. Wondering when we're going to get walking again. And I want to speak today on overwhelm. I had a week of couple days of this week that were in quite a bit of overwhelm, and with the situations that are going on with politics and southern states choosing, making decisions about what women can do with their bodies in traumatic situations and in any situation is really don't get me started. And it's overwhelming for so many of us, right? Many of us are overwhelmed right now. That's just one of the things. Now, I'm not here to depress you, bum you out in this video. I want to give you a little perspective on the word overwhelm, and particularly a little bit of loving encouragement to get back to the basics, especially if you are an HSP and empath, because you feel things so much more and more often and deeper and more intensely than the other 80% of the world who is not wired with a extrasensory nervous system and doesn't have the brain firing and responsivity. The other word, I'm not sure, that we do. There's no comparison here. It's not a better or worse thing. It's simply a difference, a uniqueness, and a diversity thing. So this week I did reach out on Facebook. I had one of those like, I'm at capacity, Monday and Tuesday. So quick explanation here. My house is in contract for sale, so that my son and I can go and do our tour to empathy and a book tour on my book, A Year of Empathy. And we're going to be traveling across the country, helping out where we can. We're going to be doing a thing called WOOFing, which is the World Organization of Organic Farming. So we're going to be just basically helping out where we can. I'm going to be teaching classes and doing the book tour as well. And then after that, we'll be heading over to Ireland, Scotland, and over to a couple other places in Europe. So with all of that, planning all of that, house sale, going slower than expected, all the financial things that come up with that. In the midst of all of that, my car, my 17-year-old trusty Kokovo, my Volvo, which my son named because it's brown, it has a repair that is worth more than the car itself. So that was another closure. And just other things that are just, it's been an overwhelming week. And not sleeping well and all of those things that contribute. And I definitely have felt at capacity. And when I feel that way, there are many different things that we can do for ourselves. But first and foremost is speaking on it and sharing it with trusted friends, reaching out, not bottling it all in, and talking with people, which I did. And then also for me, going and spending time in nature, going and sitting in this beautiful park that's near my house, and just really letting my senses settle on the green, the pinks, the whites, the purples, the nature all around, and just settling the nervous system. That's so essential for all of us, and particularly for us HSPs, because we already have a shorter triggered, more sensitive nervous system. doing things that you can really help settle yourself. And by the way, I do have over on Sensate Soul, if you join over there at sensatesoul.com, you can get a self-care package, HSP self-care package that has over 70 different things, supplements and herbs and a few practices and some mindsets and different things that you can help yourself to mellow out your nervous system. The other part of this is that the word overwhelm, because you know I love words, and they're powerful little teachers and healers in and of themselves. Hawk just flew by. Maybe you'll see it. No. The word overwhelm, the root of the word whelm, W-H-E-L-M, means, you're going to be like, what? Means to turn over, to cover over, and it also means in the oldest kind of form, and this is going back to like old, different types of languages. I can't even remember the names of the different ways the words are just pronounced in those languages, but it comes from boats. Funny enough, the jet boat is just about to come by. Can you see that? There it is. It comes from boats that would capsize. I find it really interesting that the word has this turnover and cover over aspect, because how much of our overwhelm comes from covering things over, saying that we're fine, saying that we're not really strung out or really affected by something, holding back our emotions, covering up our emotions, which are energy. And when we're in a state of overwhelm, a really fantastic way to release a lot of that energy is to have a good cry, is to let yourself get angry for a moment, or and express it and get it out and have a temper tantrum. Let that energy move through, of course at no harm to yourself or anybody else, but we need to release the energies that we're covering over when we're in a sense of overwhelm. Turnover, that's another interesting one, in the sense of things feeling like they're, capsized, like the old term. But it also can mean a turning over and surrender. There's a beautiful saying from a lot of the AA and recovery rooms that is, let go and let God. Whatever your definition or version of that is, but turning something over and saying, man, oh woman, this is all that I can handle at this point. This is what I'm going to do. This is my part in this. And the rest I need to let go of, because it's not in my control, which is what I was doing definitely on Monday and Tuesday. So think about that with your, what is overwhelming you, and feel into it of what is possibly being covered up. What emotions under there need to be addressed, need to be met, need to be loved, need to be felt. And also what can be turned over, what can be let go, so that you're not carrying the weight of it all. And like I said, as I was at capacity, find some ways to be able to really nurture yourself and to have deep self-empathy. However you do that, find a way and make it important. And please take care of your nervous system first and foremost. One really simple way I want to add here is magnesium. A lot of us are super low on our magnesium levels because of stress, because when we get stressed out, when our nervous systems get taxed and overwhelmed, we tighten up, and magnesium is the muscle relaxing compound in our bodies. So that's why like Epsom salt is so wonderful if you take an Epsom salt bath, because it's magnesium and it helps things relax. Not to be gross here, but this is also, magnesium is also given to when you are feeling a little bit constipated, and when things aren't moving in the ways that you're designed to do with our bowels. So magnesium really helps with that. So if it helps with that, it can help with the rest of your nervous system. Anyway, please do love and have sweet empathy for any sort of overwhelm that you are feeling, and take care of your nervous system. And if you'd like this video, please do give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel here. Share it with a friend. Add a comment. I'd like to know what you know and feel about this topic. And then also please do come on over to Sensate Soul, grab that HSP care package, and receive things that I also only share through private emails. All right, so much love. Please take sweet care of yourself. Okay. See you in the next video.